Growers Show.
I've gone into I've bought legal things, but it was when I went on my cross-country trip.
I went to Massachusetts, and I haven't bought a New York legal.
Same thing. Last year I went on a cross-country trip with my mom in, like, Colorado and Washington. No, Oregon. Didn't go to Washington. We went through, like, a little peak of it.
I went through Washington down to Oregon.
Yeah, we went through like northern Idaho and then just like clipped the corner of it.
Yeah, bro, look, I need to get your map, bro, because I went the same damn way.
Probably.
The upper corridor.
We ended up staying
North Dakota,
in
Montana, the whole shabizzle.
We stayed in Lincoln City for 3 days.
What's that?
It's right against the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, you went deep.
Yeah.
You went deep.
For my birthday, we went to Portland back an hour and went to the Portland Japanese Garden for the day, and that shit was killer. Like killer.
Oh, where the fuck? I went to Crater Lake.
Are we allowed to be jealous?
I did not go there.
Pretty jealous. Pretty jealous.
If you ever go back to Oregon and you're in the Portland area, I highly recommend it. It's worth every penny. And we went.
He's loving the maple nuts right now.
Dude, they're good. Have you tried them, or are you not a nutty guy?
Not a nutty kind of guy.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of, it's satirical because one of the phenotypes that I'm currently hunting down
it's a bit nutty.
For the one that isn't named the Trop Cherry Time Skunk #1. One of them smells like a fucking swamp, dude. Like if you stepped in the muck and
like
pulled
a
your shoe
basement
up.
dinge.
Like,
can we call it Yoda shit?
Bro, I'm not good at naming stuff.
No,
you can come up with whatever you
or
want.
Or swamp donkey.
And then the other one's just pure nuttiness. It's like, it smells like hazelnut and nutty, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to actually enjoy you, even in the slightest. You look beautiful, you're frosty, but like, I
so
think you're
nutty.
Giving away to my friends.
That would be like an earthy tone. That would be which terpene? Like the mycoline or...
Pine.
That's licking a pine tree, right?
No,
It's still earth.
I mean, like one of my favorite terp profiles, like of modern. It's in your thing.
Yeah,
One
just popped up on it. I was
so
like, man,
one of those is like GMO. Anything that's super funky like that got that like gassy funk. But that's like the 3 main terpenes. I think it's like limonene,
kerosene on a rag.
It's I don't know how to pronounce it, but like there's 3 of them that make up like that profile, and one's like earthy, one's spice, and then the other one's the lemon or citrus.
I don't know. Every time I see those wheels with the name on it, I skip over it before learning it because I don't want to like sound like a pretend.
I'm not a guy that's gonna learn
Latin,
and that shit sounds like Latin.
I got some all gas OG from
Humboldt. I mean, I guess it might be fun to learn sarcastically. So like if someone's like, "Oh yeah, it's really pine," it's like a Pinal. Actually.
But like
just being like really, really.
But that's just it. Like one of my favorite old school strains that I can remember from growing up is like Northern Lights, and that's like a super piney, earthy, but also like bright. It's almost got like a bright fruit note to it, and like I don't know. So like I do like the fruity strains. Like you've got your Spartan Cherry over there, and that shit's fruity as fuck. And it's also got some sour notes to it.
Wait, it's got sour in it? Cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like the sour strain.
Damn it!
The flavor profile of it has like a sour fruit to it. It's like tart.
Yeah, I personally, dude, I love it because a lot of the Spartan Cherries has candy terps. I fucking love being in Candyland, for fuck's sake. It's not popular.
It is nice, but I also love that skunky, funky.
Oh my god, dude, so do I. I just know
it's got to be all fucking earthy love.
See, for me, my bitch ass loves candy, anything, even with like alcohol, dude. The fruitier the alcohol,
well,
like
that's
the
different, man. If you can get it down quick and easy, I'll take it.
Getting white girl wasted on what is it, vodka and cranberry. Oh my lord!
Can't do vodka,
man. It's different. You're actually tasting it.
Yeah.
It's a taste.
Yeah, so it's got to be candy. Let me be 5.
I like pretty much if it tastes good, I like it. But my preferences would be like leaning on that gassy, funky, heavy. Like I just love like GMO but at the same time like sour guava, like hash rosin that I've had from a few different people, like that shit's fire and that's fruity.
Mine is blueberry. Anything blueberry note is just like I fall in love with it.
So the slacked of this blueberry or blue raz, those are my 2 jams. Like that's it. Like those are the only 2 flavors I want, and I've tried a few and they are good. But like if I have a choice and I'm gonna be buying bottles, like let me get that blue raz or that fucking blueberry, baby.
Yeah, the blue gusher one, right?
Do I hit a button or just drop?
Yeah, there's a button on the side. That's from Rehab. Homeboys fucking sponsoring VIP tents this year.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. Cough my brains out.
Yeah, I like it because it's actually like potty. It doesn't have any of that fake
I told
fake
Justin,
tasting.
I was like, dude, if you're gonna bring something over here, you'll like it.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I don't know, you fucking goddamn lollipopper.
I only like spray terps. Just kidding. I like being accused of spray terps, though.
Dude, you broke one up in front of you? Like one of these ones? Up right up?
So for a little bit of reference,
He let me roll a blunt of it. That was the first blunt we smoked.
Nice ass fucking bud.
spray terps.
And I feel like if
That's what I
that
said, I
got
said-
washed, it'd be purple, like your glasses.
Well,
It
we're
looked like it,
we're gonna
but
find
it was
out.
beautiful.
I think it's gonna be purple.
I'm really hoping so, dude. Like I said, like yeah, there's gonna be a very experienced person processing
Dude,
and washing it for me. So
I just so happen to have a polygraph I can pull out right now. Let's throw it into the water.
Yeah,
hook
yeah.
you up, and we'll get the answer right now today.
yep. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Daniel Farmington here. Would you like to add a little extra happy to your daily routine? Try One-A-Days by the Rehab Premium Company. One-A-Days to keep the doctor away.
Yeah, no, like it's actually kind of like a compliment to be like accused of spray terps because it's just like I don't even know what the fuck that means or where to get it. Like, is it the black market? And it's like no, you can get it on Amazon. It's like Daddy Bezos. It's got a lock on everything. But no spray terps over here, man. We are a salt growing motherfucker.
There ain't no terps on me. I'm gonna roll another. I like smoking
But,
this little room.
you know,
out
I mean,
for you.
even
you said
you guys-
not to, but
I'm
You guys-
good with that. I'm good with that.
You guys can say it even if it's brutal on the pod. Like this is 7 days off the vine, trimmed and cured. It, like or not cured, but
let's
trimmed up.
roll
Like,
another one.
all right, get your
Where
honest
can
opinions
you,
on it.
Where can you get that stuff right now? Where can you buy any of those seeds or acquire any of those seeds
if-
from the dripster?
Man, if you want seeds of the Spartan cherries, I got you for them for free. In the pack, like this little packaging right here, it'll come in. Just shoot me a message on Instagram and I got you. No charge.
Dude, the fucking craziest thing, dude, is that it's like up there for you.
Did I look in the wrong way?
No, it's right there.
No,
No, your camera's
That one.
good. Your camera's good. I'm saying like in the video though, just so you know,
okay,
it's
right
right
on.
up to your right.
yeah, okay, right on. Whoops. But
You
yeah,
gotta
no,
look
anyone.
into the E ETI.
But yeah, no, anybody that wants some seeds, I have them. They've been thoroughly tested at this point now, over a year and a half. We've been crushing through it. People have done them outdoors, didn't have hermaphroditic or intersex traits. So that was
I
really
did,
good.
but I royally fucked my grow.
Oh, okay. Never
I
mind then.
didn't have
Never mind.
any. I didn't have
So
any.
it did.
That was
Mine were
only
all
like
outdoor. Mine were all outdoor as well.
mine.
Did you have any problems?
No.
Okay.
Mine
right
was indoor, and I newt locked them twice.
Okay.
And the second time was halfway through flower.
But that
So,
is
like,
that is good feedback that it can happen with them. So like
It wasn't all of them. It was only 2 out of
Okay.
like 8.
okay.
But I chopped all of them down because I was epically failing, and I had just given up on the grow.
No, that's good feedback for me to know then, because like so, if you are interested in them, it can happen if you stress them out. It's
They're killer pot though.
yeah. So like I tell everybody, like you're gonna get 50 shades of like the different purples, man. Like you're gonna pop 10 seeds. Let's just say for easy math, like 5 of them are gonna be females. All 5 of them are gonna be purple, but they're gonna have a variance to the purple. There's gonna be black purple. There's gonna be ultraviolet purple. There's gonna be almost a pink hue to them. If you find the green one amongst them, that might be the golden goose. I have not found it yet, and we're at the
I'm
we're like the
telling you,
100 mark.
Smaller one that one of them I said that on that label said
Yeah.
not purple. Try those because those ones weren't fucking purple. Neither of them.
Not even a hint.
None of them.
Okay, all right. 'Cause I have
the
not.
females separate and brought them fucking close to it.
I have not been able to find that green with the same, like frost.
Probably in the jar you gave me.
It would work out so, but they've been very, very tested. They're like my buddy said. He was like, whenever I grow them, he goes, it's hard to explain. They're heavy feeders for light feed, so they're gonna drink the fuck out of it and a lot of it. Like you're gonna constantly be giving it water, but they don't like that 3.0 EC that Athena requires. So like I learned that the hard way of putting it at 3.0 that Athena requires you to do, and it did fry the root zone a little bit. Backed it off to 2.0, no problems. no problems whatsoever. 2.0 EC, and like that's been like the good sweet spot for me in cocoa and stuff, and like around a 5.8 for pH, and it just like it expresses it very well. Like I'm really happy how lucky and fortunate I got with my first cross, and then my second cross, the Gatekeeper.
Shit.
It's because he gave me a pack of seeds called sour orange cookies. It literally smells like someone spilled pine sol in your house. It's so strong.
I'm rolling.
And then I mated that with the skunk #1 that he gave me, because I just want someone to be like, is there a dead skunk? I like that old school dead skunk.
I like
Yeah.
smelling it. Like
Yeah.
That skunk #1 came from a buddy of mine that blows glass, and he has friends, and he had learned in California, and he had actually gone back and visited with friends and got to go into an old seed bank and pull out old school skunk #1. So when he brought it home, he bred it and repopulated it and was selling packs of it, and he gifted me the pack. And me not being a decent indoor grower, I saved half the pack for myself to grow outside and gave the other half to somebody who can actually do art with marijuana, Derrick. And
Thank you, dude.
Yeah,
Thank
dude.
you, seriously.
And I like doing that. Like I love
Hey.
collecting seeds and having a bunch of different genetics, but I also like to like split them up and give them to people that I know can actually grow well, because then I get a bud back when they're done with it. I can get cuts to fuck up myself later on down the road, and I get to see it to its true potential, or at least very close to that, and that's where that's worth it in itself, to buy or collect or come across different genetics and then give them to people that are willing to do that pheno hunt with it.
Yeah, in the first round with the Gatekeeper, sour orange cookies times skunk #1, named after Mr. Springer's because of that. Or damn it.
And that's the
Edit
thing.
out. There you go. Flip it over. Anyway, it's like it's like him almost in like the nugs. You've seen those little grenades, man. They're just covered in frost, and it just drips of pine salt. And I don't know, man. I'm really excited to see. There's a person that's gonna be processing it for me, and they're the best I've ever seen in my life. Not just in New York, just anywhere I've ever seen. And I'm fortunate enough to have them go through my stuff, and it's like I really can't wait to see what comes of it. You know what I mean? Because like it's going to be truly something special, not because of what I'm talking about, because of what they can do. You know, they're a very talented individual. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the Gatekeeper, and I'm excited for the other purple pheno of this. So this one I had taken on day 49 very prematurely at 7 weeks. You know what I mean? Now the next one is at 56, and the other one is at 63. And we're going to just kind of compare, see, you know what I mean? Oh, this one had more terp profile. This had more high. You know, this is where you want to go with that sweet spot. And I have cuts of all that stuff too, so it's like if you want to go for a round of it, you know, let me know. Same with you. I got cuts of everything, so.
I'm planning on moving my little tents over to the spare bedroom. I got to move some house plants around so that I'm not contaminating one or the other. I don't need one of those. I already ruined one of them. I'm perfect, thank you. If anything, I've already got another buddy that's trying to talk me into just framing a wall and running Panda film. He's like, dude, you got this.
You got that. Wait. I like that, buddy. Let's bring him on the podcast.
I got like a 2500 roll of that.
You probably would. Like it's,
yeah,
you know,
I like that idea.
I got the white Gorilla Tape and everything.
And he does too, and he's trying to get me to do it. And the thing is, like, my landlord's cool enough and he trusts me enough that like he would let me.
Well, summer's coming. We'll just build it on the outside. Fuck it.
I mean, so here's the thing.
Just
I grew
freeform.
Another one of your topics that you wanted me to talk about were like modern flavors and stuff going along with the GMO. Is like modern growers that I like, and I mean, right here is one of them for sure. And like the Bee Social Club, or I think that's what his Super Buff Cherry that he won with.
Those Bee Social Club guys put out some serious fire.
So that's the thing.
Battle of the Buzz.
Yeah, and I was gifted from another buddy of mine who buys clones through him in the spring a Super Buff Cherry, and I grew that on my rooftop at my apartment in a 40-gallon storage tote, just that one plant, and it wasn't a huge plant. I put it out late, but like it was nice. It was girthy. She was like this. She came up to about here, and it was some of the best outdoor I think I've grown probably in 5 years. Like I smoked the whole plant right down to the little tiny scrapper buds, and So when he won with that and said he was going to keep it in the garden and it'd be in his lineup again next year, I was like, count me in for 2, because I had given my landlord a bud, and like he doesn't really smoke that much, but he takes a couple of puffs off of a pipe here and there, and he like came to me a week after I'd given him that top, and he's like, that was outdoor, and I'm like, yeah, and he was like, that's good, and I was like, yeah. He was like, so next year, you want to do 6 up there, and we can have 6 here, right? And I was like, yeah, we can do 6. And he was like, if I buy a couple of them and you take care of them, I mean, can we split them? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So
hell yeah.
In the spring, instead of one plant on this little roof, I'm on a 3rd story, so it's on a 2nd story roof. Instead of just one plant and a tote, I'm gonna have like 4 totes and 6 plants. And we're gonna rock it. I mean, there might be 8 because I might put a couple autoflowers, but those don't count. Those are just
they're there for support. Yep. They don't count numerically.
No, they're done in half the time. That's just a tomato.
Yep.
Listen, so I have I have neuropathy in my hands. I'm debilitated. So I can't you tell?
Yes.
I have a medical card from New York State. If you want, you can be one of my caregivers and you can grow 1 plant for me. There you go. There's one of them.
I would like to grow a plant for you.
Would you like to?
I would grow a
I'll
plant
sign you
for
out
you.
of caregivers. I'll get your names, addresses.
I grow snickle fritz, so you don't want me to
You
grow
already
a
have
plant
all
for you
that.
unless it's
Need
out.
my soch.
Yeah, I do. I don't think I have your social, but
He does. He has it memorized.
I do.
Yeah, I do. The whole team. They're all
Not the whole team.
But yeah, like that's more my jam. I do a couple of plants at my parents' house for them for their 6, and then I did 1 on my roof, but I'm definitely doing 6 this year. So that'll
Hell
be
yeah,
cool.
dude. And you're doing, so you said 2 super buff cherries. Do you know what your other 4?
Well, I'm definitely gonna run some Spartan cherries. Like when I set my tent back
Oh.
up, I'm gonna try and do an actual
Yeah.
successful run of them inside, because like
I'll give you some of those all gas, but I mean, they're rags, so I mean, you have to check them
Yeah.
out.
so are the
Yeah, the
Spartan cherries. So
I've only really have done and dealt with rag seeds, man. Like I understand the whole colloidal silver and reversing it and stuff like that. I get the science behind it, but for whatever reason, hunting phenos is how I started out for upstate organic seeds. Like my buddy had passed, the guy who taught me like a little bit about like smoking, growing, and all that stuff, and then that's how I did for my mom. But this guy, when he passed, he like saw that happen to me, and he like put me under his wing. You know, upstate organic seeds, awesome people.
I
And their
actually
genetics
know one
are-
of them, and that's another thing how we link
Yeah,
in the world.
small circle because they all know a neutral person, but
Oh, it's like coming
they would
together.
they gave me seeds and they're just like, yeah, man, like let me know which one you think is best, blah blah. And I'm just some young new kid just trying it out and stuff. Like you find this is the winner right here, and like
Right.
that's why I love reg seeds, because it's just like it's expression in its finest forms, and you get to find it. And that's why, like, I've hunted over 100 now of these damn things over the year and a half, like, because I'm still seeing different expressions in there. So if you're on a hunt on something like that and you're still seeing different expressions, there's no way you're even close to finding your keeper. You know what I mean? Some people pop 10 seeds and find their keeper, and that's mind-blowing to me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's mind-blowing concept to me that I cannot grasp. Because it's like, if you have 10,000, you only did 10.
Patience. That's what it is.
Well, that's why he
Oh,
gave me a metric fuck ton of them, and that's like
you gotta put.
I just didn't want Joe to think I was being stingy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
get a hold of me and I'll give these to you. You know?
I just
There's
didn't-
a reason you're saying that. 'cause
No, I gave him
you
a
got
jar full
patience,
because
and
yeah.
that's what it's about. Like,
Well, for
But
me,
I
because,
told
yeah.
him when he gave me I said, you know, I'm gonna be like the heaviest stress test for these, right? He was like, that's perfect. I need stress testers, and I was like, I'm your boy.
I'm gonna bring it back with bugs.
Yep.
See what happens.
Yeah. No.
That's where the flavor.
no bug. No bugs on indoor, but like outdoor. I mean, realistically, they could be there.
Oh yeah. Those
He's
little
put-
black with like red dots on them and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck they are. They're
Lady-
Spider mites, thripes.
Lady
Uh,
monkeys
I
or
mean,
something. I don't,
aphids.
yeah.
No, I feel like once you have a nice, healthy outdoor plant, it's got the bugs,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have like spider mites. It doesn't
No.
have fucking aphids because
No.
the bugs are
So,
like
when
that's
I-
all they want are those things.
Oh yeah.
Like they just live there.
No, I know,
real
but
life
if you
live
do,
there,
if you
'cause-
do see predator insects, though, it's suggestive that there were a problem beforehand, though. So you know what I mean? Now that they're there, that's great. If you see a praying mantis on your plants, like that's a fucking super soldier. But why is the super soldier there? There's a food source.
Yeah, I mean,
right or no? Is that incorrect?
I'm here, and there's only meat here until I bring it here. Like I live at Walmart. I don't live at my father-in-law's farm.
My sister does cattle and pigs, so like
You know what I mean?
I get pork and beef
But
from
it's,
there.
Good old sausage.
Yeah, but like with outdoor, there's so much of it. Like you're gonna be hard pressed to see that.
Well, that's
Okay,
the other thing
gotcha,
though. Is
gotcha.
like
Fair enough.
I grow outdoor every year. I don't always smoke my outdoor every year. Like when I moved to this apartment, I had this younger.
I'm on an outdoor year right now. I'm on an outdoor year.
Dude,
Last year was killer, but like there's been some years that are just terrible, or like you put the wrong genetics out and like you get a wet fall, and then you gotta like either cut early or just watch this shit rot.
yeah, but see, like I've done in my entire 2 outdoor grows. One was to create the Spartan cherries. That's how that came because it's an outdoor grow. And one was the year before that where I was like, I'm gonna have preventative maintenance with sprays. I'm gonna be perfect. I'm gonna have everything dialed in. A motherfucking deer ate my plant, and I'm just like, that's a thing that outdoor growers worry about? What in the actual fuck? I sprayed for fucking bugs. I didn't know to shoot for a deer. So it's just like, I'm not made for outdoor.
So when I grew, like my most was when I was in my heavy festival scenes and I had my drug addictions because like I wasn't gonna go rob people to support my habit. So it was like you need to make money somehow, and it was work a shit ton, grow a bunch of outdoor pot, because like back then you could sell outdoor for like $180 an ounce, so like it was worth it. And
Remember those days?
yeah, so like
Good blunts.
there's this good old state land fucking hustle. You fucking bring coolers full of clones out in the springtime, plant 100 plants, hope you got 90 or so back, and deer, groundhogs, rabbits, squirrels, fucking humans, like. But that's the thing, like, those spots did very well for me for, like, 5 years until, like, the last 2 seasons where somebody hacked a few plants over here, a whole bed over here, a half a bed over here, and then, like, what was left, we brought down, and we were drying it in somebody else's barn, and it happened to have a wet roof, and, when we came back a week later to check how everything had been, it was as white as your hoodie. I literally had to throw the rest of the grow out.
From frost, right?
Oh, yeah, it was the best looking bud ever. Like, Cool
Do
Whip.
a zoom in on it, bro.
Mayonnaise dipped. Greasy.
Yeah,
it was
texture.
gross. I think I got a sinus infection just throwing it out.
He unhooks the thing, just.
But, like, that was my last year doing, like, big illegal state land shit like that. The rest of the time up until it became legal, it was like hiding a couple plants over here or over here at somebody's house and doing it that way, and or helping other people with
See, I got into the growing where like you could tell a couple of people about it. It wasn't demonized.
It was totally underground.
Yeah, so for me, like, I'm not an OG. I'm a fucking weenie when it comes to like this stuff, man. Like I truly just love the plant, like, in itself. Like,
I'm in no way an OG of like growing or anything.
No.
I've been smoking for a long time.
I can
You know what I
smoke
mean?
it
Like,
down. I would not consider
like,
myself anything for growing.
I get super high and I might bow out after a minute or two, but you know, like I've been smoking for a long time.
This is my 3rd time coming back to judge something for Drippy.
Well, what are you like most excited about with this year? Like a third time you just said?
3rd time, so it's the 2nd time doing it for the Home Growers
The Home
Championship.
Growers,
And then the 1st time was for his first company.
First time I came out there, you guys were all judging and stuff. You guys were balls deep. You guys were doing a great job. For real.
For last year?
Yeah, he
out
was
there.
setting up.
I came out there early.
I do kind of remember bumping into you.
Yeah. I was just sitting there. I talked to the hippie chick and Uncle Stoner for a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause you guys were all fucking
I did 32.
burning.
I did
yeah.
32 the first day. So, like, I guess the things I'm most excited about are the fact that you said you're only going to top out at 50 entries.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's going to be a lot more reasonable, even for, like, hardcore stoners that smoke 2+ ounces a week like me. Like, it's going to be a lot more manageable to do 25 this day, 25 that day. I feel like you'll be able to take a little bit more time.
Yep.
with the entries.
Correct,
Versus the first day, we were kind of all just rushing to see how many we could get through because it was kind of overwhelming.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, killed it on that.
So tastes decently. That's good.
Dude,
Yeah.
like you can tell. Like
For your 7 days off the vine,
Yeah.
you did fine.
Okay. I see what you did there. Well, thank you guys. That does mean a lot to me. Seriously.
Yep.
You
No,
put in the
killed
time
it.
and effort, so it feels good to hear that.
Well, it's just nice to know that if I was actually dedicated, I could produce something like that.
Dude, 100%,
Because,
man.
I have the jar.
You have the same light, like, you know what I mean? So, like, you can produce even better. So it's just like
I can't, but like...
Yes, we can. Bob the Builder said something like that once. Yes,
But it's
we
cool
can.
because, like, I do have him, and, like, I got Rocco the Funny Man and, like, Dr. Dankenstein, which I'm pretty close with Rocco. Like, he was one of my judges with me last year,
Yeah.
and we boarded together, so it was cool. We got to bond and actually get to know each other, and we hang out on a regular basis now since then. And, like, they've got their license. They're killing it. And he's definitely a good person to lean on and ask a question if I had one. The same thing with him. He'll answer me in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, you have a very good support group. Those guys know their shit. And, like, yeah, you have a lot of good people to lean on, dude. So, lean. I know you hate asking for help and
Lean,
shit,
girl,
but lean on that.
lean.
You got a lot of knowledge that you're just by asking, man. A lot of good brains out there for you.
So okay, coming from this isn't on the fucking schedule. Uh-oh.
I think most of this hasn't been on the schedule.
We've been doing okay.
Do you think that it's worth anybody even trying to submit? And I guess you wouldn't really be able to do an outdoor weed, but like
You could if it was an auto. I don't know. If it was greenhouse, maybe, and you had some sort of heat source, you could probably do like an auto or
Do a
something
light
like that.
deprivation.
Yeah. But unless you got a good way of storing your shit for a whole year and you had a killer year this year, I don't know if outdoor could do it because there was a few last year that looked like outdoor and everybody
like, you
just
can tell,
shamed
you
it.
Can tell, like I'm not a good trimmer. Like I was in last year. I wasn't dead last at that.
I'm not trying to knock outdoor pot because there are a lot of people who necessarily can't afford indoor, like to buy it or even maybe to get the equipment to get into growing it to the degree of where they would want to smoke it. So there are a lot of people who truly love or only have access to outdoor, and I'm not trying to knock it because I grow outdoor. But like, I am definitely a pot snob at this point. Like, I grow outdoor every year and it sits in my freezer or in my closet until it degrades and I give it to my neighbor downstairs for free. Because like, well, that's what happens. Like, I had like
They were
a
like,
lot.
Damn right he does.
I'm not gonna put exact numbers
some
because
truth.
like, it was more than I should have, but like I had a lot of pot when I moved into my little apartment, and like this little 19-year-old dude below me, I thought he was pretty cool. I was helping him out. He came up a few times and was talking about being in hard times, so I would give him a couple bags of weed or whatever, a little bit of dabs, smoke him up, and yeah, he like turned 20 and like crashed his car and shit went downhill. Like all of a sudden he just stopped going to work, and then like all of a sudden I kind of noticed some things were moved around. And I was like, I'm just tripping. And then like one day I came home midday from like an early day at work, and I went to go make sandwiches and my fucking bread was gone. I'm like,
Damn.
am I that stoned? Did I fucking like put it in the closet or something? So I spent like 20 minutes digging through my apartment looking for this half a loaf of bread that I know was there. And it was gone. And then I got looking more, and like a half a dozen eggs were gone. My milk was gone. And then I opened the freezer and I had a couple of big pillows of outdoor, and like two of them were just cooking choom down to like a line in the bottom. I'm like, no fucking way.
I remember when
the
you first told me about that.
So like I caught on to it, but I didn't say anything to him. I just like nailed the door trim shut so that you couldn't pry it open anymore, and like put a note on the door that said, I caught on, you little fucker, like good luck. So he like bent something like a butter knife or something, pried it around the trim, got in there. They went in, took the other rest of those 2 bags of outdoor and like a big jar of Reclaim, like in a 20-gram jar of dabs, like my week stash of dabs, and fucking left the note on the door, everything. I'm like, you motherfucker. No, I ended like, dude, he's 19, well 20 at that point, but like he was he's still a teenager. Like, in my eyes, I've got friends that got 17 years. Your kid's a fucking teenager.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's not far off from that. Like, I
Little-
can't go beating up some kid because he's stealing my weed. Like, I was that little asshole when I was 14 that was at my buddy's house, and we were smoking this dude's weed at the house he was at. Like, we didn't get permission. We were just taking it. Like, I stole my parents' weed. My dad caught on to that shit. Like, karma. Whatever. But, like, he stole a substantial amount of pot.
And reclaim
Dabs, like,
fucking
food.
milk. Yeah.
$40 in quarters for my laundry. Like,
Oh
come
my
on.
god.
But-
Burger King, dude.
So yeah, I ended up calling the cops on him because I didn't know what else to do. Like, it was literally to the point he was putting garbage at the bottom of my stairs to come up to my apartment and shit. He was fucking with me, like, hard. Like, I wanted to fucking break this kid's jaw. And I just couldn't do it. So I didn't know what else to do. I called the cops and they're like, well, you want to press charges for the stolen pot? I was like, you can do that? And she's like, did he come into your personal space and steal your personal property? I was like, I guess, but, like, you could do that? And she's like, I mean, yeah, you can. And, like, I had hidden what I had left because I was like, oh, he stole 2 ounces from me and, like, a quarter of dabs. And she's like, well, yeah, you can report that. I was like, no, I feel weird enough having called you guys. Like, I don't do this.
This is like a
she's
drug
well,
dealer
how
calling
about
your
this?
cap.
Get a camera, put a deadbolt on, and press for criminal trespassing. If he comes onto your stairs or you catch him putting garbage at the bottom of him on your camera, you can press charges and have him arrested. So I got the camera and I pressed those charges or whatever, and I put a sticker on the fucking stairwell coming up that said video surveillance. He'd put garbage at, like, just out of camera view. And that was it. But he wasn't paying rent, so eventually he did get evicted, and, like, I got to be there. Like, I asked my boss, I'm like,
Scumbag.
yo, Nick's getting evicted today. I need to be there. He was like, why? I was like, you don't get it. It's fucking personal at this point. So, like, he let me leave work and come home just as the sheriffs are getting there.
Joe needed closure.
The cops told me 3 times I had to calm down because there was, like, crack bags and shit all over the floor and stuff, and I had found, like, a bag of powder in the window, and I was just like, hey, Nick, you want your bag of drugs? And he was, like, talking to the sheriffs, and he's like, oh, fuck, dude, bet. And I was like, I'm just saying, man, there's at least $30 in here if it is what I think it is. I wouldn't want to waste it. And the cops, like, set that down on the box. I was like, bet. And, so, yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to be a snitch, like, I really don't, but, like, this kid had it coming. I can't beat his ass, he's a kid, like, alright, this is my chance. So, like, I just set it on the box, and he's like, so what's in the bag, dude? He's like, it's protein powder, I've been working out. And I was like, dude, you weigh 100 pounds soaking wet, you ain't fucking working out.
And you're not supposed to take 1 gram of protein.
Here's the thing, so he's telling the sheriff that it's protein powder over and over and over again. I was like, so the 100 baggies right here are all protein powder? I was like, how much of this? Why don't you just buy a bottle of it from fucking Walgreens, dude? Like, you'll get a lot farther in life. And the cop's like, all right, dude, calm down. And I was like, dude, the guy was in my apartment. You can look back in the police report. I was like, it's personal. He's like, nah, you gotta chill or you're gonna have to, like, walk out of the apartment. I was like, all right, I've got this.
I got this.
So, like, I calmed down, and it was sweet Jesus relief to pack all those bags and throw all of his stuff and load all that garbage against the road. And, like, he only took a Jeep load full of stuff, and then it started raining. And then as soon as he left in the Jeep, like, the neighbor house that's, like, a little ghetto and, like, it's interesting, like spiders came out of it and just, like, took all of the good shit from the pile of stuff. And I'm just, like, looking out of my apartment like the Grinch looking down on Whoville, like,
My favorite
yes.
My favorite part is that the entire time everyone was watching, it was just who's going to be the brave soul to go crack the fucking... Oh, Dave went. Let's go get it. Like, and then everyone's going
it
to
was
shout.
like 5 or 6 people from,
Yeah.
like, those 3 houses past mine that just, like, came up and, like, looked through it and took a couple things. I'm
Well,
like,
good that you got justice, man. It reminds me of, like, on the Home Alone scene when the robbers, the 2 robbers are getting loaded into the police car. He just waves out the window. That'd be like Joe.
it was very satisfying. And, like, it's good now. I've got a camera. I've got a deadbolt. I've got great neighbors in the whole building. Like, I got this Haitian couple that's super sweet right below me in their old apartment. I got this old dude that, like, works at a factory all the time, is never there. I got this other old dude that just had a stroke and, like, is super chill. Used to play the flute and the blue. Like, it's cool. There's a lot of cool people in the building now. So, like, it's finally...
Super chill. You can't move. Hey, it's cool.
It's way better than getting robbed, dude.
It's kind of why he's super chill.
So he's like, he's super chill because he's like that. My brother had two of them. My brother had two of them. I know how it is.
He's still good. He's still driving. He's just talking a little slower.
So not hawking cool.
No.
Oh, well, you'd fucking went like,
Dude.
all catatonic.
My
You're like,
brother had his strokes. He had
Stroke?
one, and he was like paralyzed on the left side.
It can fuck you up, and sometimes you can come back from it with physical therapy, and sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't. And
Bro,
like,
he had another stroke, and he like whoop,
It's not-
reverse the first.
reversed the first.
Yeah, dude, holy shit. You ever
I might be
see?
butchering it. I'll find out for sure.
Yeah, did
But I'm
you?
pretty damn sure.
It's like the
that's-
cable
That's
guy.
good, dude. That's great. Because, like, I have an uncle that also has, like, had a couple strokes, and, like, he loved riding motorcycles, and, like, he still rides, but, like, he got rid of the bikes and got a trike so that he had a little bit more control with it, and, like, that my aunt could reach around and if he had an issue, because she's also a nurse and stuff, but, like, it's the same thing. He talks a little bit slower, and he moves a little bit slower, but he's still there, and he's still fully functioning, and that's, like, great. Because you never know. Like, you can have a real bad one, and you either don't come back or you die, and, like, that's scary, dude.
For sure.
Daniel Farmington here. Would you like to add a little extra happy to your daily routine? Try One-A-Days by the Rehab Premium Company. One-A-Days to keep the doctor away.
Do you know what color that is?
That's that purple stuff.
It's not. What would you consider it?
Oh,
It's just not green.
Are you talking about what we were talking?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a real color.
So apparently, according to science, the color purple doesn't exist. It's just the opposite and absence of green. This guy like did this really like deep talk on it, and it was kind of funny because like, then what the fuck is ultraviolet?
Is that why Barney and Hulk are, like, purple and green? Because it's the reverse of green?
He was.
Is there
talking-
some
he
deep
was
meaning
talking
behind
about-
that?
Didn't he bring up the Hulk thing? Yeah, because he was talking about why the shorts had to change the
What?
color. Did you watch the same video?
No, I have no idea what we're talking
Yeah.
about. It's just something that clicked in my head.
Yeah.
So fuck, along the same exact lines, if you could book like a high profile like talent for the show this year, who would you pick
I liked
besides
the
Lou
fact,
Ferrigno?
I like the fact that they had a lot of reggae there, because I feel like reggae and cannabis events kind of go like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I like a lot of music. Like, that could be a whole hour podcast on its own.
I know you love that trap rap.
So much. It's so great. But no, like, realistically, they had some pretty big events, like big groups there last year. I was quite surprised at the talent that they pulled in. And it'd be cool to see, like, along the same lines of something similar, but like maybe something like Little Stranger or Ayaterra or Fortunate Youth. I don't know, something like that. They're upbeat, good reggae vibe bands within the United States, because like to pull a Caribbean act would be probably obnoxious. It's far away. But those are three pretty
Well, hey
good
man,
groups.
you don't know because I don't know if you might remember, but Vejano, he's from the Caribbean. So fuck.
Well, like I said, last year they killed it with their lineup, I feel like, and they'll do just fine with whoever they pick.
Yeah.
I'd be cool if they throw up a Mongolian act, like.
I was gonna say I don't know if you were at the one. I think you might have been at the G-Lodge event. It was Bella's Bar Talk, I think they were called.
Yeah, I used to go up to the Winter Carnival up at the Waterhole in Saranac Lake, and they would usually play.
They're very entertaining.
They're crazy act, man.
They're wild. They definitely know how to captivate. Like I just remember like listening to them from my hammock, and I'm just like, this band is wild. I can't even see them. I'm swinging my hammock, fucking 100 feet
Pretty
away.
sure they were a headliner for the Dump Love event that
Is
was
that what-
held there last
Okay.
year.
Should have kept a couple trees in the middle of that thing.
Yeah, it'd have been nice, dude. You would have just caught me in the hammock, being like, "All right, you're done taking a break." It's like, "Oh, back to work, Derek."
Back to work.
Damn it, guys.
Oh, I can't have no fun.
It's all work.
You expect me to stay up for all these calls and not fall asleep.
Oh my god. I fell asleep during a business meeting that our group had on the fucking phone, dude. Like we were like, it's like, I work at like 4 a.m. So like I'm like sitting there, we have business calls that start at 9:30 at night. I'm going to bed then, dude. So on those nights I'm like, this is gonna fucking suck. I'm like sitting on there, I'm like, because they were talking about him and Justin were going back and forth on something and talking. I'm like, this is fine. I just set my phone there, and I'm like, I'm just going to lay like this, and I'll be fine. I'm listening to everything that's going on inside my chest.
Ow.
I woke up, and I'm like, fuck, I'm late for work. And then I like sat there, I'm like, it was a very it was a very confusticating scenario, because I'm like, did I fall asleep on the thing? And they all unhesitatingly was just like, yeah, you were snoring on the goddamn phone call. And I was just like, oh, yeah, so... Is that can I say like that's how hot compost? They nicknamed my ass Hot Compost Hydro. Like whatever. I'm just the hot compost. I'm just hot garbage, dude. But I've always told people that. I'm garbage can. It's not garbage cannot. Yeah, dude. Like it just.
I feel terrible saying it like that.
No.
Someone else's trash is another man's treasures.
Yes.
And it's all over tea. So shit, man. I'm fucking blitzkrieg right now.
I'm pretty baked.
I've got my ride home blunt ready. We're good.
Just one?
The RHB.
Yeah, I'm good. It's only 40 minutes. When I get home, I'll roll one more.
Just the one?
Yeah.
I got a couple of dabs left, so realistically, I might just cruise one of those.
You still have that GMO that you brought over, or no?
I have one dab of it left.
There's two that have always stuck out. One was the GMO, which I'm a sucker for, but the other one was a guava.
Sour guava. That was good.
For whatever reason, in extraction form, fantastic. Not suggestive that the one in flower form isn't. Just never had it. It's like any type of time I've had a guava, though, it's the most memorable dab. I don't fucking know why.
It's good. It's hitting on multiple profiles.
Fucking flower the whole time.
Say what?
I've just like only done flower like my whole life. Like I've done dabs. Like, I've done the whole shabizzle.
I used to make BHO in my kitchen of my apartment.
Same,
with
bro.
a sheet separating my roommate smoking cigarettes on the other side.
I
of the living room.
You had a sheet up, right?
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah. It holds the fumes.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, we didn't blow up.
No.
I wouldn't suggest ever doing that. Ever.
No,
But,
like when you like think about the chemistry and the science behind it, you're making a bomb.
We had a fan in the window, bro.
Airs off a little bit.
Yeah, like, but I'm talking. We used to do the thing where you had to like clamp down to the table and you'd press the gas into the fucking titanium.
We were wooks though. Like,
yeah,
people
no, I'm
showed
just
us the videos. They're like, you could die, you could blow your whole apartment up.
But I'm just
We're
saying,
like,
you're taking a pressurized gas, unpressurizing, then repressurizing it into that unit, or like liquefying into that unit, like that little apparatus, and it's like scary because like if anyone were to spark anything, any metal against or any, you're going
static,
up.
Dude. Static.
Yeah. Like
God
it's
damn, you're right, dude.
Like it's stupid. Like
God.
to look back at it and be like, wow.
Yeah, you're
wild.
You're through a lot of those fucking cartridges. Too.
Well, yeah, dude, and that's the worst part. Like you're quite literally making a bomb, and a bomb is going to choose the path of least resistance, which is, first of all, you're inside the bomb, so it doesn't matter where it goes, but like it's going to blow out your kitchen doors, your fucking windows. Like it's, yeah, dude.
In the garage.
And as soon as it gets enough oxygen, it's a huge fireball. Like it's scary to think back and be like, wow, we were dumb.
Yeah.
It hit you hard.
Leave it to the professionals that have the equipment that keep it in a looped system, and then they like professionally extract and pull it out.
It's gotten to the point where people have gotten so good in their art form, like the person that will process this, they're so good at their art form that like it's solventless.
Yeah, I don't even smoke.
They wash it and press it, and it's just like that's a seriously talented and very intelligent individual. They're very like, I don't know, like maybe over time you'll interact with them, but like just listening to their cleanliness schedule and their OCD-ness and just making sure everything is on point. It's so comforting because you're like, all right, it's going in good hands. We didn't just throw into a black garbage bag and then like here's this guy on Lilac, like meet me back here in a week, like
maybe two.
yeah, like not a sketchy thing like that. So
happens.
Oh God, yeah, like all the time. I can get you half of it on Friday, and then the other part in which I owe you the next Friday. Like none of that nonsense. It's a good, good quality too.
Well, damn, dude. I gotta cut it all off.
All right.
Cool.
I'm just saying, I'm happy to have you on board.
Yep.
You know, I'm fresh. You've been here longer than I have. You've been here longer than I have. I'm the newbie here. I'm just glad you drove all the way here from Sodas. I'm glad you drove all the way over here from where the fuck did you drive from? Where is it actually?
All the way out near Buffalo and Brockport area. So it's just like,
doesn't
hey.
even drop it. It's
No.
like West Seneca or something.
Yeah.
It's like West
Nah,
Seneca.
it's out in Holly. Come
Well, you know,
find me
Holly
now.
Jolly.
Yeah. But to what you were saying earlier, he is, everybody, he is the new guy and thing, but this dude is an animal when it comes to the workload. Like, he is a workhorse. Like, there are so many times where him and Justin are just crushing it, and it makes me feel guilty that I'm not reaching out to this person, I'm not doing this, and it motivates you. And we had talked on that earlier, but
You've got
don't
other
be-
things to crush.
I'm just saying, like, I want it to be known for you not to be so dismissive that you're the new guy. This dude fucking kills it, and so does, like, our whole crew does. But, like, you and Justin we know it. You guys are the workhorses, man. You guys are awesome fucking captains.
Not
of the team.
everybody
Love
can
it.
be a show horse. You're beautiful.
Well, I mean, for different reasons, of course. Everyone needs eye candy.
Well, no, I appreciate that. I definitely understand that I do some shit. But, like, the fact that you've been here before me makes me even happier.
I'm just
that-
here to smoke
that-
the pot, man.
That's the thing. Like,
I am here to judge.
Yeah, and like they
You wanted
changed
to come
some,
back,
they
you're
changed
happy
some things
to.
up. Yeah, like I had to apply this year. I came on a podcast. I've got to do some promotion things. So like, there's a lot of things that you have to do as a judge this year. That's a lot more professional, and I feel like it's the right direction that I needed to go in. And I'm happy to be here. I want to support my friend, and like I love Justin and John, and it's nice to finally meet you and. Steve. Steve's killing it over here.
No, this is Steve.
Steve.
This is Steve.
Isn't it Sam?
Sam and Steve.
Sizzle.
Yep.
Sizzle.
He
I'm
goes
the
by
sizzle. Well,
Steve. Yep.
Steve.
Yep. John. John.
No,
wanna
I'm
go
talking
out-
about
yeah.
Slacktivist John.
Yeah, no, that's not, that. Me too. I would love to go on a podcast with that.
He was the reason. He was the reason I got a crock gibbet bowl,
Little guy.
and I broke it like a month
Ooh.
later. But
Get another one made this year.
That podcast or that recording we did at Mr. Goodies.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, he was sitting next to me. He was so fucking out of it.
so, do you bring
Oh, yeah,
all of
God.
these mics for a mobile podcast, or do you have a smaller setup, or what?
So there's like we gave a bunch to Rob, Double B, Jolly Pond.
That's Double B. He's for Jolly Pond Farms. He joined the
There's-
team as well.
I have one.
You've given me
that's,
too
like,
many new pieces.
I know. I'm sorry.
packable. But yeah, no, that's what we did. We packed it up. We didn't bring all the cameras. We just brought two cameras. And yeah.
One mic.
No. Fuck, there was 4 mics there. But they were out. We got like telescoping things that were real cumbersome and fucking awkward.
Neat.
They
Should have
did
just
that.
sat everybody around a small apple tree or something and tied
We
them.
were in the middle of like there was a concert in the other room. It was loud. It was loud, and then it like quieted down, but there was no filters. Like it was.
There was a concert in the next room.
When I was little, there was things. There was rated NR17 or NC17.
NC-17.
So, like,
that was worse than our brother.
We were like 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were like 2. NC17. You ever heard of it? Have you?
No.
It was like Nexus porno. Like, but like you. Could
This
still
was
get,
soft.
like,
This
some
is soft skin.
straight tits, ass, bush. There was tons of bush.
You just couldn't see penetration. That was
I don't
it.
know where I was going, but
You need a couple minutes?
He knows where he's going later. Like,
completely off topic. What the fuck were we talking about?
changes, new things. There's a music event going on right in the next room because you had like 4 different mics
During a
There-
mobile
there's very
podcast, it was
cumbersome,
loud
it
as fuck. Your name's
difficult to
Steve.
carry.
That's it. Where was I going with that?
That is so many things to
Whole
grab
bottle
onto.
of wine, dude. That doesn't grow hooch.
There's half a thing of coffee right here for me to get home on. I really don't need any more because I gotta go to sleep.
I was gonna drink this bottle of Slack like on the way home, and I was just like, "That's not the greatest
crazy.
idea." But it, the X-rated sour.
I
strawberry.
contemplated it, but like I drank Slack last night and drank like Ada RSO capsule that came from the guy that
Yeah,
processes your flour.
Yeah.
So that's
I was chooched last night.
he's also rosin judge. It's gonna be nice.
Okay.
So listen, glad to have you. Glad you made it down here.
Hell yeah.
Fucking freak.
Nah, that's me.
Sorry Justin couldn't make it.
It's all right.
Fatherly duties, but this has been episode 10 of the Home Growers Championship podcast. Long ass name. I always go the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, just
I understood.
Good. And
Yeah, the website
yeah,
takes a minute
takes
to
a
cipher
fucking
in.
long time, dude. It takes a long time. We're streamlining that in the future, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Sort of stuffed up. It sounds right.
Yeah.
Might be all blunts.
A little stuffy.
Bluntsies. I'm Blitzkrieg. But yeah, no. We out.
Pleasure.
All right.
Where growers show.